Shalom, this is Daniel John Lee with Torah Restoration Ministries. Website is www.spiritandtorah.com. I don't normally do videos like this. Normally my videos are teaching or prophetic, but there's just so much going on in the news tonight. This is being recorded on the evening of April the 17th, 2013, or Aviv 7, 2013. 3 days now before Lamb Day, and man. Okay, so what we have here, we all know that the Boston bombings occurred just a few days ago. And then tonight, there's a huge explosion of a fertilizer plant in West Texas, which is right next to Waco, Texas. There's also the Ricin letters that have been spiced with ricin poison, given to a Republican senator, and one was attempted to be sent to President Obama. So those news stories are out there. You can find those easily. Then there's some others that are not as well known. I'm going to provide links for these other two stories. There is also an explosion tonight. Just around the same time as the explosion in Texas, there was an explosion in Oklahoma City. The explosion occurred just before 9:30 Wednesday night at 812 North Bryant. Officials say it was a tank battery that exploded. The cause is unknown. Also, I have another news about a phone outage in South Bay, California, deemed sabotage. An apparent acts of sabotage in the South Bay earlier today. Now, this is a news story from April 16th, so this is actually yesterday. Someone cut fiber optic cables, knocking out some 911 services, and then fired a rifle at a PG&E substation, Santa Clara County Sheriff said. The vandals' objectives appeared to have been to shut down the system. We don't have a suspect, said the sheriff, Larry Smith. It seems like the same perpetrators or perpetrator to me. Okay, so I'm pointing all this out. We got the Boston bombings that occurred a few days ago. We've got an explosion now in Waco, Texas. We've got an explosion in Oklahoma City. We've got the Ricin letters sent to government officials and to the president. We've got an act of sabotage in South Bay, California. You know, all of this happening within just a few days. There is a prophecy by a Romanian prophet who is now dead. His name is Dimitru Duduman. He received a lot of prophecies for the United States back in the 80s and early 90s. His grandson, Michael Boldea, now runs a site called Hand of Help, where he takes care of the widows and orphans in Romania, handofhelp.com. But his grandfather, Dimitru Duduman, he has an amazing testimony. If you ever get a chance to read his book, it's called Through the Fire, and he gives an amazing testimony about how he's survived and endured the communist persecution, and then eventually was able to come to the United States and testify for Yah. But in any case, he had a prophecy where he said that from within the center of the country there would rise up a rebellion, and when the United States is consumed with internal problems, that's when Russia and China will strike without warning, a nuclear attack. I think what we're seeing is, I don't know who's coordinating all this, but what we're seeing is possibly undercover communists in the United States staging what's looking like a patriot or right-wing anti-tax group people fighting against the government. I don't think it's actually those people, but I think it's maybe undercover communists that are staging this, and it's setting things up to lead to an internal civil war, if you will, where the United States is going to be completely distracted with internal problems. And I think we're starting to see the beginning of this. And while we're distracted, then things will start happening. You know, North Korea already is now threatening to strike South Korea at any time without warning. And I have a feeling that we're going to get so distracted with just one problem after another that this prophecy is going to be fulfilled very shortly. So, the first trumpet is scheduled to blow, to blast out, to thunder forth between Aviv 1, 2013 and Aviv 1, 2014. Aviv 1 was just last week. So my exhortation on this video is to make Yahshua, the Messiah of Israel, Yahshua of Nazareth, to make him your Lord and Savior, to apply his blood to your life, to seek out his commandments, to keep his Torah, to do his word, to live and to love him with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, to love your neighbor as yourself, to get under his protection, get all sin out of your life, and love him. The days are evil. It's time to redeem the time. Shalom.